ad on it so I know it's live. And go to main Zoom. Hello, everybody. Welcome into Saturday night, December 14th, 2024. I got an echo from somewhere. Make sure it's
Me.
not me. It's not me.
It was
Oddly
me,
enough.
sorry. I had been
me.
watching your trailer.
No, it was not me. I don't know who it was. I was checking
You,
things over here. So we have Bill, we have Rich, we have Greg, we have special guest Doug Betts in the house, Jeff Ryman, Sam, Darren Gilholm, and Chris Scarra. Good evening to you all. And
Stop
Doug.
saying it was me, because it wasn't me.
No, it was Jeff Ryman. NECA Jeff will not be with us tonight. He's not feeling too good. I got a message from his wife about a half hour ago.
I can substitute if you want.
No, we're good. We're good. We're good.
You got a message from his wife, you said?
I did.
Yeah, that means he's really not feeling well.
Yeah. I actually got a message and an email. And we all know he's of lately been having some struggles with his health anyway. So we want to send out happy thoughts and prayers for both Jeff and Stephanie, and hopefully everything works out for him. So Doug, I did not get to see hardly none of any of your show today at all. I do have it running in the background, and I did try what you suggested, holding shift in the arrows, which works. But then as soon as you let go of it and type something else, it goes back to black on black. And
I did a little more research.
I sent you an email on it with an attachment.
Yeah, I saw that. And I did some research because of that.
Oh, okay. Would you like to share?
Sure. Well, to start with, when you...
Are we going to say things twice? Are we going to say things twice? Right over his head. He said, sure. Go ahead.
Oh. When you held down the shift key and used the arrow keys, you're highlighting the text. So I saw at one point you seemed to be surprised by, I don't know, you press the space bar or something else. Well, anytime you highlight text, any other character you type is going to replace whatever you have highlighted. Yeah. So that caused all that text to be gone.
Right.
Now, I don't want to say disappear because it disappears without deleting it. But I think what was going on is your text that you were typing, the text was actually colored black.
Right.
So you had a black background. That's why you weren't seeing it. The characters were there. When you hold down shift key and left arrow over them, you're highlighting them so they become visible.
Right.
The research that I did shows that there are several extensions, browser extensions specifically called YouTube dark mode that apparently are specifically to fix that. So that makes me think it's a known problem, and it's something that YouTube has no intention of fixing because it's been around long enough that some people have created extensions.
Right. So, I noticed Greg M said it's been around for about 3 weeks. This just popped up for me yesterday.
It started with me too.
Right. It's relatively new.
Well, there's also the aspect that somebody, I think it was Greg M, that said on one of his other YouTube accounts, he doesn't have that problem.
Right.
So it may be whatever is causing the problem for some accounts that both you and Chris recently encountered that, or the problem has evolved even further to cause that trouble to more people than it used to. Now, you two, for the two of you, Ken and Chris, did this just start after Update Tuesday?
No, mine started yesterday.
Before that,
just
I hadn't been able to do that update yet because.
Well, I mean, it could have been from Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah, well, Tuesday's updates, so you had to have restarted your computer to install that.
Oh,
so
several times, yes.
It's possible that it came from that. That this last update has caused the symptom to show up on more YouTube accounts than previously. I have not yet. I did replicate it myself on my Live Windows Training account. I have not tried it on my other accounts to see if I have the same symptom.
Yeah, the thing I sent to you was actually on Firefox and on Mrs. K's account. And I get the same thing on my account. I figure, why show you both? I can just demonstrate it on one. So.
Well, yeah, certainly. But I let's see. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 YouTube accounts. Now, those aren't different Google accounts. Greg M was telling us that he has it behaves differently, but on a different Google account. So it's a different email address. Because these different, what did I say, 7 accounts, they all use my same base Google account. They're just, well, most of them are brand accounts, but one of them is my brother Stan's account that I'm manager on or something like that.
Yeah, it's going to take some getting used to, but I have both Firefox in light mode, or not dark mode, let's put it that way, I don't know what it's called, and I have my account in not dark mode, and it's pretty bright. I mean, it's going to take some getting used to.
The other thing I was looking for is it used to be, and I don't know if it was Windows 7 or what version of Windows, but I think I'm remembering this correctly, that there was a time when you could change the color for various different Windows elements, so that you could pick the color for your taskbar, for your Chrome, for your web browser tabs, for the the control buttons in the upper right corner. You could really control the colors of lots of different specific elements in Windows. That doesn't appear to be the case anymore. I couldn't find that anywhere. In fact, I, with some Google searching, found that
Well, now you can switch, and it's pretty instantaneous when you go from dark to light. So if nothing else, I'll watch him in light. If I need to make a comment, I'll switch to light real quick, make my comment, and put it back to dark if I have to.
Sure.
I mean, yeah, I can barely see the black on black. It's more like a blue on black. You can barely see it.
Oh.
And then, well, for me anyway, and then when I did the shift and arrow, you can do either left or right arrow, by the way. If you put it at the beginning, it goes, and you know that.
You're just selecting text.
Right. Other than that, man, I was like, what in the world? Kind of worried me there for a minute, because I had an issue the other day, and I'll talk about that after the stream is over if you stick around. That was really interesting to me and kind of mind-boggling at the same time. So most of you know I spent the day running around. I did go to 2 different slot type car places. The one's not a slot car, which was the trailer tonight. Oh, I forgot to put the trailer link in there. I'll have to do that after the show. They converted it to an off-road track. Really interesting. It was really cool to watch. I want to go back when they have several cars on the track at the same time. I think that would be cool to watch. The other place I went to, which was the one thumbnail that said innovative slots. If you paid attention, there was a light tree, because it's a drag strip slot place. I was blown away. I was absolutely blown away. Today the guy would not let me record or video anything because it was a competition. The winner would get $3,000, and he said, I don't want to put any extra pressure or burden on these guys, but you're more than welcome to come back on any of our regular days and video anything you'd like. So I am going to go back. There will be video coming out on it. It was impressive to watch these guys take these little bitty cars, put them on the track. They would do simulated burnouts. They'd run them up the track. They would run them back to the start position. And then the guy would say, Doug, what's your time? Doug would say 1.53 seconds. Ken, what's your time? I'm going to do it in 1.245. Of course, I got to beat Doug, so 1.224. And the guy would say, okay, gentlemen, get ready. In 5, 4, and then the timer would take over. And they got a red light tree, and zip down the thing, and it's, oh my gosh, it is so incredibly fast. I mean, it really is fast. And then I asked the guy, I said, what are you doing? This is how I found out. I said, why are you asking him the times? He says they have to predict their time, and they have to be within a certain parameter of their time. The guys I sat there and watched, every single one of them was within a quarter of 0.25, whatever that would be, 2500ths of a second of predicting your time. So they've clearly done this over and over and over again. Red lights, there was 3 red lights. I can't wait to go back when it's not a competition so that I can record it. And then we went to yeah, go ahead, Doug.
I was just going to say, I'm looking,
That's me
I see the
calling.
light tree. I see the light tree on your thumbnail.
Yeah, yeah. I wasn't sure how I wanted to do that. That A110 was the first thing I noticed when I walked in the building. You would think that big track would be the first thing I noticed, but no, I noticed that A110. It will fly if you have enough money. I wouldn't want to spend that kind of money because I'm pretty sure I would crash it. Man, it was such a cool place to go to. And I got to talking to the owner. I said, didn't this used to be a true slot car? He goes, yeah. He goes, that went dead in 1998, I believe he said. And I moved to California in 1997. So that's why I still thought it was slots. And he said, however, and then he pointed me to the other guy. So we went over there, and Mrs. K went into this place with me. And she stood there and watched it. She was impressed as well. The other place she didn't go in because the parking lot was just jam-packed. I mean, I thought, man, these guys are working on a Saturday, but they're not. And then Asian store. Oh, boy, was that fun. And then, you guessed it, Walmart. Well, we went to see Mom first. We spent an hour and a half with Mom this afternoon. Good spirits, good conversation. Didn't do PT today. Just kind of was there. But her big thing was, did you know Elvis Presley passed away? Yeah, Mommy died in 1977, year I graduated high school. And she hasn't lost her sense of humor, okay? I will tell you, she's not lost her sense of humor. You graduated high school, and she was not being, with the Alzheimer's. She was actually being funny because she had that wry little smile to her face. So, but it was a good visit. And then we went to Walmart, and oh my God. I think we were in every section of Walmart but the outdoor section. And we're not done. We got to go back to another Walmart tomorrow because the one we went to today didn't have some of the things she wants to get for the grandkids. Fun day, let me tell you. We set a goal to be out the door at 11. We made it at 11:33. I'm taking that. For Lauren and I to be within 3 minutes of our goal, that's good. So, anyway, coming up on 13 minutes, 14 minutes now, actually. And I like to keep these at 15 minutes. I find I get better numbers keeping it under 15 minutes. I get more views, I get more averages, I get more minutes watched, and I get more watch hours. So with that in mind, does anybody have anything besides Doug, he's already had his say, that they would like to add to the show?
It may be interesting is that one place lets you videotape it. You and Mrs. K have a drag race on the track.
We'd have to buy the cars. I don't think they rent them. And they have the strip. I mean, it's almost like Raceway Park out here that's got the strip for the dragsters. And then they've got a short track that's it's a circle. It's elongated. What was that word Doug asked me today if I knew? Come on, somebody help me out. Doug said, I wonder if Ken Stout knows what this word means. Apparently I don't know what it means because I can't read. Look, Doug's going, where's that word? Anyway, they also have a trioval.
John Williams said put Doug in the waiting room.
Doug in the waiting room. No. They have a trioval, but it was closed due to this competition because people were using it as a garage to work on their car. I really wanted to say, hey, I'll go back in the corner. Nobody will see me, and I'll record a little bit. And the guy says, man, I really want to, but these guys are, I think he said picky, and he referred back to the competition. So I'm like, I understand, I get it. So, hello, Mr. I'm 15 minutes late and getting here just as I'm ending the show. That's pretty good timing.
John Williams, it is currently 35.1 degrees Fahrenheit, 1.7 degrees Celsius, and light rain in Madison, Wisconsin.
Fashionably late.
Set your clock 15 minutes ahead. You won't be late. You'll be on time. I want to thank everyone on YouTube. I believe I may have done this right tonight. Possibly, maybe. I can. Yeah, I have a short list. Brian Drums, John Wayne, myself, Stealth Mode, and Suzanne Morgan, proud single mother. But I know there were more people chatting over there. John Williams chatted. I saw that. Stealth Mode chatted, but his name's on the list. Sam figured out a way for in StreamerBot, it gives me a short list rather than me scrolling all the way back through. So I'm going to end the show. I want to thank the Zoom homies as well. Bill, Rich, Greg, Doug, Jeff, Sam, Alex, Darren, and Chris. Thank you, gentlemen, for being here. And if you want to join us on the Zoom panel, send me an email to the email on the screen. See you tomorrow. Maybe. If I don't get killed in one.